Okay, now
Action.
No, you go ahead with
Teenagers.
your story.
Oh, well, what was the first one I said though? Before
When
that?
you were at school and Dad was supposed to pick you up.
Yeah, no.
No?
No.
There was another one?
I was
Barbara's
talking to you
boyfriend.
and Bob Mike.
Oh, my boyfriend.
You had the biggest
I
crush on
was
Bob
a
Mike.
freshman.
Yeah.
I didn't have a crush on him. He was my boyfriend.
Okay, well, I love being a ham. And I just wanted to get a laugh, apparently. I think I was 7 or 8. And I really didn't know what it was. I thought it was gauze, right
Yeah.
for a wound.
I'm sitting on the couch with my boyfriend.
And, don't point. And, anyway, they're sitting there on the couch. And where was it at? Where did it, was it on my arm, you guys?
Yeah, you put it on your arm.
Yeah, and I come out, thinking I'm funny.
Did you
and
tell him what it was?
it was a Kotex pad. And I thought it was gauze.
And
And
of course,
I'll never forget Barbara's face, and she looked at me and she goes, you were so mad at me. My mother got mad at me.
he
I-
was cracking
I
up
said,
laughing.
No.
So he's
Bob
seen it
was
before.
laughing his head
Oh,
off
sister.
because he knew what it was.
Yeah. Well, a kid, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I was so embarrassed.
Oh,
I would have been too.
I kept going, poor Barbara. I'd go out there and try to be funny and all this. Here she is sitting with her boyfriend, you know. That's so tacky. Yeah.
Well, she was very patient for you.
She was. Yeah, and then the other memory I do have of San Lorenzo is I was in kindergarten. I was 4. Dad usually picked me up when school was over, but it was a really rainy, stormy day, and apparently he had a meeting, and he never came. So I walked home, and in San Lorenzo, it was a little town. You walked over this overpass back into the village.
The village was so cute.
And I was crying, and I remember I was so scared.
Well, yeah.
And I saw this woman in the distance with an umbrella, and it was Mom. And went home and dripping wet, and just, you know, got me all warm and cozy. And yeah, that's kind of what I remember about San Lorenzo. And the wonderful Christmases. Waiting in the hallway while Dad had the projector out there.
I remember one of Joanne's first dates with Joel. I was babysitting at Barbara Schmidt's house across the street.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw him pull up in the car, and you guys left. I was kneeling on the couch watching out the window, and you guys drove off, and it seemed like it was maybe 10 minutes later, but it was probably longer. All of a sudden you were back, because you had spilled your Coke or milkshake all over yourself.
Gosh, I can't even.
And he
You
had
and
to bring you
Joel?
home
Oh,
to change
wow.
your clothes.
Oh,
Glad you
gosh.
remember that.
Do you remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh,
It's just my memory. It's
I remember that, because I was really excited when you were going to go out with him and stuff, and
Yeah.
then you had to
You
come
thought
back.
that was a quick date?
Yeah.
Well, I know, because it probably
must
was
not have
longer
liked
than
her.
10
She
minutes,
must
but
not.
all of a sudden you were back, and you know, you had to go in and change your blouse because you dumped, I don't know if it was a milkshake or Coke, but you spilled it all down in front of you.
Gosh, you'd think I'd remember that.
I remember you used to get mad at me because I'd say, Mom and Dad, they're playing rock and roll.
Yeah,
And you'd get so mad at me.
you
That
used to
was
do
Mom
that.
and
You would
Dad,
say,
they're
Yeah.
playing rock and roll.
Yeah, she'd tell on us. Even when I,
rock and roll
even
music
when I
was
moved back
taboo.
And Jan
later on, you know,
And
after-
Jan Drive, you mean?
yeah,
I did
after
that to her.
No.
and she
Just
did
did.
Jan Drive.
Really?
Jan
Yeah.
Drive.
Oh, wait till he
10,
comes
yeah.
to
I'm saying
let's
that.
bring him back
God,
out
she
to
used to
Drive.
like listen to rock and roll in there.
I don't remember that at
But
all.
I stayed in the bedroom because I was depressed.
I don't remember that at all.
You know, I didn't want to leave Joel.
But we had really good neighborhood friends
Oh,
that
gosh.
we grew up with,
Sure did.
and you know, played on the streets until
Till the
the
lights,
till the
street
lights came on. We'd stay out there in the dark, and you know, and then we'd come in.
Times.
Good neighbor. That the neighborhood, the little village that we lived in, was wonderful, and all the neighbors were close
Oh.
in our age. And
Yeah.
Joanne's very best friend to this day, and Bev's best friend forever,
Yeah.
were all
Just
neighbors.
like Old Town Good America.
It was.
I know,
It
yeah.
was.
So wonderful.
Just like you see.
It
Yeah,
was. It was the
yeah.
greatest of times, and
Yeah.
you know, that was the 50s.
Truly was.
And I went back there about 3 years ago, and it's just the same.
Yeah, we went back there
The,
too.
oh, the
We went to that
houses, the
house.
neighborhood,
Yes.
but the village square
Yeah.
is.
Oh, we didn't go to the
it's,
square.
it's gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's very
Mervyn
depressing.
started
But
that.
the houses are all,
Yeah, it's
Mervyn
all-
started right there in the village.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I have one memory too. When Mom and Dad were going to sell to move up to Carmichael, they left and took Marianne and Debbie and Pat and left Bev, Joanne, and I
Yeah.
for that
I know what you're
summertime
gonna say.
in the house. It was just the three of us living there for the summer. And one day,
For the summer, the whole summer?
well, it was, I don't know if it was the whole summer. It wasn't, a couple,
Yeah,
maybe it was a
no,
month or
it
two.
was pretty, yeah, because we
wow.
also went to LA in the.
It was August.
Right.
It was
Okay,
August.
so it was June, July, and then August.
Yeah, it
when
was
we left. Okay, so this one day I was going to go meet my friend Claudia down in the village because they had, the soda shop and all that kind of stuff where we'd go to the record store where we could play the records and all that. And Bev couldn't find her purse. Do you remember this one?
Gosh, you guys remember.
Oh gosh. So Bev said, "You're not going until you find my purse." Well,
You did that to me and broke my
I
tongue.
said, "I didn't lose your purse." She says, "Well, I don't know where my purse is, so you can't leave the house."
Yeah.
I
She
said,
had to be the boss.
yeah, she was the boss. And I said, "I didn't lose your purse. I'm leaving." And so I went to walk out the front door, and she grabbed the back, and my blouse ripped off. It ripped right off of me. So I grabbed the broom and I chased Bev.
Oh my goodness.
And I went to swing the broom, the handle at her, and she closed the door. We had white doors back then. It was a blue broom handle, and I went like that, and this big blue mark went across the door. Of course, Mom and Dad trying to sell the house.
It was a mess anyway.
That's hilarious, you guys.
Anyway, I remember that one.
Oh my God.
That's a good one. Okay, then go.
Oh, I was just gonna say, back up a little bit, 1954, our baby sister is born.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm a freshman in high school. And of course I went with Mom and I'd hold Debbie and everybody thought she was my baby. Yes.
Must have looked really old for your age.
But anyway,
But she was mine because I used to come home from school and put on a nurse's uniform and feed her and change her diaper.
Yeah.
I got up in the middle of the night with her and fed her.
yeah,
We all did. I didn't dress in a nurse's outfit, but
Well, I dressed.
I
I
did.
dressed.
I-
dressed for the occasion.
Anyway.
I didn't because I was going to Bishop O'Dowd. and I
Oh, yeah, you had to
such a
study like
heavy
crazy.
schedule. I never did that, but I know you guys took care of you when you
Yeah.
were a little baby. And she was the cutest little baby.
She was so
Oh gosh,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
We have so many cute pictures of you in that little cowboy outfit. When
Oh,
you were like
yes.
just barely standing up, you had little boots on. Do you remember
I
that?
vaguely remember that.
Little black-
Pictures. I
that's
don't know
cute,
where
so
those
cute.
pictures are. I don't have.
They're in the
I don't have
videos.
them.
The videos.
I think there's in the video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if there's snapshots. I know they're in the video.
And then she had a little girlfriend 2 doors down called Gwenny.
And they were built the same exactly.
Yes.
You guys were the same height, same little build. You were so cute together.
They were.
Yes.
What do you
adorable.
remember about
The
Gwen?
only memory I have of Gwen was we got in a tiff. I thought it was more than 2 houses, wasn't it?
I think
It's
it
more
was.
than
Well, maybe
two.
3.
Yeah.
You sounded lost.
Because we got in a fight, and so we both sat on the lawn. She sat on her lawn, I sat on mine. We'd look over, look over.
How cute.
She'd look at me, I'd look at her. Finally, we got up, we walked back, and we just started playing. That's the only
that's the
memory
only
I have.
memory?
Well, I have a memory of Mom and Dad said about you and Gwenny. They were listening to the two of you talking one time.
Uh-huh.
And you guys were talking about when you were up in heaven waiting to be born.
Oh, really?
And I don't know which one said what, but the other one said, well, I was there too. And the other one said, you were? I don't remember you.
Oh, how
Oh,
cute.
adorable.
Yeah, you guys were
I
talking
don't
about
remember that.
That is so cute.
Mom and Dad told that story because they were
Really?
listening to the two of you talking.
Oh,
I was
funny.
sitting up in heaven waiting to be born. Oh, I was there too. Really? I don't remember you.
Well,
That's so
the,
cute.
the best memory
became
I
a nun.
remember
Yeah.
of you and Gwenny was
Let's see.
when one day you and Gwenny came up to our house and Gwenny said her mom was sick in bed.
Oh,
She was so
yeah.
sick. Our mom went, oh, I'm so sorry. So she got some flowers. Mom, had her little flower garden and gave them to Gwenny, and you and Gwenny took them to her mom. And then you guys came back a little later, and I don't know exactly the rest, but I know Mom said, well, how is your mom feeling? Oh, she's better. She just had too many olives in her martinis last night.
Oh my God, darling.
Yeah.
That's too
Right.
bad.
Oh,
Yeah. And Shirley, Gwenny's mom,
Yes.
used to come.
Beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yeah, and just the sweetest lady.
Lovely
Yeah.
lady.
That back then the after the husbands went to work, the wives Shirley would come, and Mom and Shirley would have coffee together and just sit and talk and visit. you know, they were good friends.
Yes.
It was this
But
what
that was Mom's best friend
yeah.
in San Lorenzo.
But that's what people did back then,
Yeah.
and they don't
And
do that